Hello and welcome back to some content on this channel. It has been a little while, and oh my god, what is that face render? But no, I said FIFA was crap, because it's become quite crap, and I'm still playing it in my own time, but not to the point where I want to make videos on it again for a good while. But I've always loved the simulation part of it. I've always bigged up Football Manager, and I've never done any content on Football Manager. That changes today. This game is crazy flexible in sort of the experiments you can do on it, and that's going to keep me very interested in making different types of videos. And the video I've got today is very fitting for the viewers of my channel. We are taking the Premier League managers and putting them straight into the Championship. I am not affecting this. I actually am in the German league, unemployed, so there's nothing of my biases or anything that will actually get into this. The only thing is the stats. And what we've done, if we take Barnsley here, for example, if we go on their overview, look at their manager, I'm still getting my way around it. Steve Bruce is now the manager of Barnsley, but Steve Bruce has had his reputation removed. Every reputation has been set at 1,000 for each manager. Steve Bruce is managing Barnsley. We've got Frank Lampard at Birmingham on 26 grand a week. Blackburn has got Daniel Farke taking the top spot there. Brentford with Sanchez Flores. Bristol have got Everton's new man, Carlo Ancelotti, so he's going to do decent at Bristol City there. Now, I've just realised the only team I've not changed is Cardiff City, and I have put sacked managers from the Premier League in this season, but I don't want to put legacy managers in, do I? We'll put a Premier League legend in for him. We will put Sam Allardyce. We'll put Big Sam in the Championship with him. And obviously, we're taking all his reputation down to 1,000. The only reason I'm doing this is so we don't have managers go somewhere else, because we don't want them going somewhere else straight away. I do want this experiment to go on for a little while. At least a season. I want to get a season out of it before they're all off. Charlton, I've got Arteta. That's going to be an interesting one, because obviously in this game he's an assistant manager. He's not actually got the manager update yet, so we'll see how he does at Charlton. Derby County, I've got Roy Hodgson. Thought that was a very, very fitting appointment. I didn't give him Lampard because I thought that was an unfair advantage. They'd already had Lampard. Fulham have got Santo. Decent signing for Fulham there. Huddersfield Town have got Hassan Huttel. I can't say that. I've probably butchered that, but they've got him. Hull, I've got Sean Dyche. Pretty fitting signing that. Leeds United have got David Moyes. We've got Chris Wilder at Luton Town, because Chris Wilder, as much as I shouldn't, I shouldn't praise him, but he does a lot with a little, so Chris Wilder's got the Luton job. Middlesbrough have got Marco Silva. I did say we did have some managers that have been sacked in this just to make out the extra teams in the Championship. Millwall have got Gary. God damn it, I didn't do them all. Millwall should have a manager. Who? I'd missed one. It was Pellegrini, because he could fit in for Millwall. Apologies, I'm still getting used to this, but I think Millwall have done all right there, getting Pellegrini in. Nottingham Forest, I think they'll be happy with me. They've got Pep Guardiola. That could be interesting. Preston have got Graham Potter in, obviously managing Brighton at the minute. Queen's Park Rangers have got Dean Smith in from Villa. For some reason, it's not updating all my things. Brendan Rodgers, I did have in at Reading, but we're going to change that. No, he's the manager at Wigan now, apparently. But if I go on to Wigan, what have I done to the game? Yep, and I put Poch at Reading. Look, he's coming up there. I'll have to do it again. Sometimes the editor does this, I think. It just doesn't actually move the club if it's messed about a bit. So let's put Poch in at Reading and just do that again so it actually goes across now. Okay, I've just moved into the conference and then moving back. Okay. That should work now. Okay, for some reason, it's still showing Gary Rowett up as Pellegrini, but Pellegrini is the manager, so I'm just going to go with it. I've just done this twice. I think I might have to move on a day or something for these to actually update. But Jurgen Klopp is in at Sheffield Wednesday. I have not done that out of any bias whatsoever. You can't pin me to nothing, ever. I didn't just do that because I'm a Wednesday fan. Stoke City have got Eddie Howe in. Swansea City have got Jose Mourinho in, so that's a decent one for Swansea. West Brom have got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That could be decent as well. Wigan have got Brendan Rodgers in, but it's not updated. I think if I click continue, it will actually update everything. Klopp's on £28,000 a week as the manager of Wednesday. If you like this, guys, I might do like a big series where Klopp is the Wednesday manager and we see how he does in 10 seasons, that sort of thing. That could be a cool thing to do. other clubs as well. If you've got any suggestions you'd like to see, I'll definitely do that. But for now, I think this is a good one to see all the Premier League managers fight it out in the Championship. Yeah, and everybody's updated now, so Brendan Rodgers is in at Wigan and everything. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna now be the laziest unemployed manager ever and go on holiday until January and see how they've done. Okay, so we're in January. This could be quite interesting to see what has gone on. Look at what's happened to the Prem. Ramos to Bournemouth. Martin O'Neill to Norwich. Burdev to Newcastle. Inzaghi at Chelsea. Starkoffs at Man United. Poyet went to Sheffield United. Actually, I don't want any spoilers. Let's just go straight into the league and have a look what's going on. Huddersfield are the top of the league with 50 points, joint with Nottingham Forest. So Pep Guardiola is doing wonders at Forest. We've got Fulham in third, Millwall in fourth, Stoke in fifth, Swansea in sixth, Charlton and Wednesday joint seventh on 39 points. Leeds are in 10th place, with 34 points. Let me have a look. Has there been any sackings yet? No, Hassan Hutel is still doing very well at Huddersfield. Oh, okay. That has been our first change then. Hull are in 21st, so they can't have been doing that well. We shall find out what happened there a little bit later on when I go into my database, if we can. Oh, I know what I'll need to do. I'll need to turn on notifications for all the clubs. Rookie error, apologies. But Gary Rowett has come in and it's been quite a recent appointment. If we look at the top, though, Guardiola is still at Nottingham Forest in second there. Graham Potter is at Preston. Why is it going all out of order now? It's been an arse. This is going to take a while to edit. Fun. Tell you what, doesn't matter if it changes. Santos still in charge of Fulham, so no changes there. Leeds have sacked David Moyes, with them being 10th in the league. And it was recent, so what was he sacked for? David Moyes has been dismissed. He got dismissed at the end of December. Poor league position. So Leeds appointed Mark Jackson is the temporary manager, so we'll have to see what happens with Leeds as we go forward. Luton are 17th. Wilder's just about keeping them afloat, just. Middlesbrough, we've got Tony Mowbray in charge. What has happened there? So Middlesbrough have had Tony Mowbray come back for the third time. So that didn't go well. Trouble in paradise. Then again, Middlesbrough were one of the ones that got the sacked managers, so you can't really complain. Millwall have still got Pellegrino, and they should have. They are 4th in the Championship in January. Preston have Potter still. Dean Smith is still at QPR with them 18th in the Championship. Ooh. Now, Reading had Pochettino, and he has been sacked for Lee Johnson. Pochettino, what has happened? Clearly something went untoward with Lee Johnson coming in. Oh, okay. Even though I put Pochettino in twice, he never actually got updated as Reading manager. Sorry, Reading, you've been fallen to the football manager editor not working properly. There's going to be teething errors in this series. Just, you know what I'm trying to do. We'll get there, boys. It'll be fine. Stoke have still got Eddie Howe. Jose Mourinho is still at Swansea with them in 6th. Chris Hughton has gone to West Brom, so that's quite a big move, that one. It's a good appointment for them. But no, another sacking there. We've had Graham Jones coming at Wigan, so Brendan Rodgers has been shown the door with them 24th in the Championship. Right, this is weird, man. It says short spells here with Leicester and Wigan Athletic. It said he was manager. Did he immediately just resign? Is that what happened? Anybody who knows Football Manager, please tell me. It looks like those last couple we put in, Rodgers and Pochettino, didn't register. The rest of the Championship's fine, but that's weird. Barnsley still have Steve Bruce in charge, but they're 23rd in the Championship, so that's not going great. Birmingham City have now got Steve McLaren in charge, who's back in the Championship. Blackburn Rovers have appointed Danny Cowley, so that's quite an interesting January switch. And Brentford have gone for Karanka. We've had a few changes. The Championship's been brutal. Ancelotti is at Bristol City, with them 12th in the Championship. Bilic is now at Cardiff, so we've had some changes. Arteta's still at Charlton. and Roy Hodgson's still at Derby. But let's see what happens when we take this all the way to the next season. So let's go to the summer and see what happens and where clubs end up. Right, the league table. Huddersfield went up with 87 points. This is not realistic. Fulham came second with 84 points. Stoke and Huddersfield got promoted. What is going on? What is happening? Forest came fourth, losing in the playoffs to Stoke. I saw that a bit earlier. Birmingham came fifth. There's quite a gap between fifth and fourth. 12 points. It's quite considerable. Cardiff in sixth. Leeds have somehow qualified for Europe. What? Wednesday are not doing well in 13th there. Let's see who is still managing who. So, Huddersfield, they went up with Hassan Huttel. So he has been a good appointment for them, getting the best out of their team. Fulham have still got Santo. So Santo really did wonders at Fulham there. Stoke, Eddie Howe got Stoke promoted. Actually, with those players, a manager like Eddie Howe, maybe, because let's have a look at their team. They've still got like the likes of Butland and stuff like that. They've not got a bad side at all there. I did say on paper their side looks good. So Eddie Howe got the best out of those players, got them promoted. Forest, is Pep still there? Pep is still currently there. We don't know if that'll be the same over the summer, but he is still currently there. Birmingham, Steve McLaren got them to fifth. So they didn't start with Steve McLaren, but he came in and he got them fifth. Cardiff with Bilic, yet again not there. First manager as well, so a sacking in the middle of the season, got them sixth, got them in the playoffs, so it worked for them. Millwall with Pellegrino ended up in seventh in the championship. Leeds, I really want to know what's happened here. So Gordon Strachan's in at Leeds. We started them with David Moyes, and they've gone through 3 managers. 3! They won the FA Cup! What? How? Did you fill him full of steroids? They beat Arsenal. What? I've got to look at this. How did they get there? How did they do it? They got an easy draw in the third round against Shrewsbury. Got a 3-1 win there. In the fourth round, they played Derby, and it was closer. It was a 3-2 win there. Oh, God, I don't even know it was Wednesday in there. Where did Wednesday end up in the third round? Who do we go out to? Come on. This will be fun. Oh, we had Man City. Fair enough. Fifth round, Leeds beat Norwich. That's not a bad win at all. Man City beating Wigan. That's more... I can believe that, to be fair. Then in the quarter-final, Arsenal beating Villa. Southampton beating Preston. Leeds beating Everton away from home was the upset there. Semi-finals were Leeds beat Man City. Come on. I know it was on penalties, but come on, boys. And the final, Leeds winning 2-0. Right, okay, I'm going to go and bathe in bleach. Who's kept their jobs? That's what we really want to be looking at now as well. So Graham Potter's still at Preston. Let's just look through the others now in no particular order. Dean Smith still at QPR. Reading's got Lee Johnson. We know that was the one. Where did Reading finish? They got relegated, so they should have taken my upgrade. Oh, Wednesday have sacked Klopp. Right, so let's have a look at some sackings. So Mourinho got sacked by Swansea. They finished in 20th, I believe. So that's probably why. Apparently Gary Monk's in the running to be the next Swansea manager. John Terry's now a manager as well, apparently, that could take over there. He's one of the odds-on for it. No, they didn't finish 20th. They finished 10th. Mourinho had Swansea finishing 10th and he got sacked. Poor lad. Mourinho just can't catch a break at the minute. Alex Neil took charge at Brentford. So, obviously, Brentford's spell did not go too well. Let's have a look in the manager's view here. Flores got sacked after 145 days. Interesting. And then they brought in Karanka, and Karanka got... What are Brentford doing? They just keep sacking people. They finished 17th. They did not have a great season. Chris Powell has gone to Derby. and that was in March. Derby ended up finishing in 16th, so they can't have been doing that well under Roy Hodgson. Let's have a look a little bit more about what happened. Yeah, so Roy Hodgson was there until March. 264 days. Can't have been that great under him by the looks of it. He only got 35% win percentage, so no, Roy Hodgson wasn't having the best time of it by the looks of it. Ooh, Bristol City have appointed a new manager. They finished 12th as well, so let's see what were happening there. So they were in 15th when they made the change, so it can't have been going that well. Ancelotti did not stick around then, so he was there for 250 days and then got sacked, and now they've got Lamucci and they had a caretaker position there, but no, that is not ideal for Bristol City. They should have done a little bit better under Ancelotti, you would have thought so. Hodgson was sacked literally the day before. The same day. Hodgson got sacked on the same day from Derby. So West Brom, who went from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for 103 days, sacked Houghton, and now they've got Lambert in. They keep changing the manager. They are a typical Premier League club, aren't they? It's not happening. Not happening for them. Okay, so what happened to Klopp then? So he's been sacked. I've not had the notification for some weird reason. When did it happen? Let's have a look on his history. May 2020, so he got sacked at the end of the season by the looks of it. That can't have gone too well. I can't believe Klopp has failed at Wednesday. It's Klopp. Really? Have Barnsley still got Steve Bruce? Yes, they have. Barnsley have still got Steve Bruce. He's just stopped them from getting relegated. Well done, Steve. But going down are Hull, Wigan and Reading, so they will not be in the Championship next season. Leeds are getting European football. Huddersfield, Fulham and Stoke are going into the Premier League. And it has just been mental. Charlton, they've got Arteta. Right, okay. I might be going over some ground here. I'm just basically going through everything now. There's a lot to take in here. Lowe is at Blackburn, so what happened there? We had Fark in for 166 days. He got sacked in November, so he did not last. And then they brought Danny Cowley in, and he got sacked. So he's just been sacked at the end of the season. There's been a lot of sackings at the end of this first season here. So Birmingham City sacked Frank Lampard, because Frank Lampard was in place at Birmingham. It's just all been an exciting season in the Championship by the looks of it. What has that done to the Prem? So Man City still won it. Liverpool it's not really done much. Man City have got Simeone in charge. Liverpool have gone for Marcelo now. So there's just the teams basically speak for themselves in there. Norwich, Southampton and Villa are coming down. I didn't Norwich appoint Martin O'Neill at some point? Yeah, they did. They've appointed Martin O'Neill. Marco Bielsa went to Spurs and got them third. That is insane. Now, I think there's a bit more we could probably do with this. I think another season could happen. So if you want to see that, guys, show some love on this video. Leave a few likes. Would be good to see that you want this sort of content. We'll do another one of these. If this one doesn't bang, basically, I won't do another one of these ones. But I definitely will be doing some more Football Manager content. If you would like to see what happens to those Championship managers, Premier League managers in the Championship that return, leave a like on this video, guys. Let me know you like this sort of content. But the teams, I'm going for Wednesday because I know them. Like, the teams don't really look that changed. The signing is, we brought in Tetty from Norwich. That's it. So Jurgen Klopp with his influence brought him in. That's about it. Not much is happening in terms of the transfers. Did Huddersfield pull up much ground? They managed to keep hold of players like Carl Grant. That's good for them and stuff. And yeah, there's been interesting things go on in the Championship this season. If you'd like to see another episode, let me know in the comments. It's been a lot of fun, this. I can't believe Leeds are going to be in Europe. It's ridiculous, but that's it, I guess. So about half the managers remain. Not all of them have survived. I wonder how the rest would get on and where they would end up after another season in this. But for now, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all those things, and keep watching right here on Dexterity Box.